What's up, agents, and welcome back to another explosive division video. What a day TU 20.1 is turning out to be, and I cannot wait to spend the week theory crafting over the Hermano backpack. Hopefully I've said that right. I take a lot of stick for saying things wrong, but don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, maybe join the channel, and let's get straight into it. So today they fixed this. It's not been working for such a long time. It was always giving you a 20% reduction, and now it's giving you a 60-second reduction, and that is insane. So essentially why I say 60%, you get 0.6 seconds off every second, 60%. So it's crazy. So perfect overclock. Allies within 15 meters of your deployed skills gain 30% reload speed and reduces the active cooldowns by 0.6 seconds each second. Right, so I've got one here. I rolled this last night. I put out a video. You can actually roll these for cheap at the moment. They don't cost the full price at the crafting bench, so get that done. Get yourself some good ones. As you can see here, I've got a whole bunch of them all lined up for different builds and ready to go. But the one I'm talking about for this build is Skill Haste. It's obviously from the Brazos set. We get that on all of them. I've re-rolled it to skill tier because it comes as a blue core. Skill Haste, Skill Damage, and Skill Haste. I've basically ramped up the Skill Haste in this. Yes, it does kind of get diminishing returns. There's some really convoluted maths around that, but it feels like diminishing returns, the higher you spec, the less you get. That's what we'll say just for the purpose of this video. But once you get around 120 plus, that's when it starts getting less. And I've got about 130 or something in this one. We can check right now. We'll go to the skill. Oh, my skill haste is actually showing at 500%. Is that because I'm stood in here? Or is that the effect the talent's having? I never noticed that before. Yeah, so my skill haste is 138% right now. All right, so that's something that we've noticed. That's great. So we're going to disable the skill haste in here because otherwise it breaks damaging. That might be what was breaking the buff when we were looking at it before. And what we're going to do is we're going to give this a go. So I've got the Seeker Mines on. So we're going to deploy the skill. All right, that's great. And then we're going to throw out my Seeker Mines. They're going to do all kinds of lovely damage. And I'm going to hit the tag team. And that's crazy. I got down to like, look how fast it's going. It counts faster than what it should. So again, we'll throw out the Seeker Mines again so you can see that in action again. Missed the tag team that time. It's counting down from 17 seconds, but it's counting way faster. And I'll do a bit of a... I've got a timer next to me, which is not going to play in exactly. But let's reset these. And we're going to throw it. And the minute the timer starts, I'll press the button. There we go. So we're timing now. So apparently this is going to be 17 seconds. I'm not going to use tag team for the moment because that will cheat. But I already know it's coming in at 12 seconds. Just under, actually. It's just under 12 seconds, give or take my thumb movement on my phone. So then I hit tag team, and that's going to take 6 off. And it's going to take us all the way down to 6 seconds. That is absolutely bonkers. And don't forget that we've got people getting reload speed bonuses here as well if they stood within 15 meters of you. This is really bringing skill builds back. And there's plenty of options already for having unlimited Seeker Mines. But the benefit of this one is we can stack in so much power still. Like, you can see here, look at the damage that I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 3.1 million, 3.3 million, 2.7 million, 2.1 million, 2.6 million near. So that's just absolutely crazy. Like, the effects that we can have, you know, this is my explosive build, you know, this is spec'd around explosive damage, but this is absolutely insane. You've got to deploy the skill, remember that, and then you can see the blue battery appears on the bottom of my bar. We're going to throw it out. Look for the tag team. Well, we didn't get the tag team on that one. Oh, yeah, there it is. There you go. Boom. And we know then we're going to shave 6 seconds off it. But, I mean, it's 18 seconds at stupid skill haste. Like, that's what's crazy. Does that actually affect the skill haste in the stats here? No, it doesn't. So we can't see exactly what it's doing, but that is insane. Absolutely. That is so, so good. So what I might do this time, let me see if we can get a rough estimate of how much it takes when we hit the tag team as well. Nope, not in that run. So let's reset again. It's the only thing with tag team, but perhaps we could go with something that refreshes the duration as well. That might be another way to go for kind of infinite skill mines, seeker mines. Right, so there we go. So I hit the tag team, then I press start on my timer. Wow. So that's going to be a 7-second timer essentially. So a 7-second refresh on my seeker mine, which, you know, should be cooldown. Do we have to look somewhere else? Cooldown, yeah, it should be nearly 19 seconds. And we can bring that down to just under 6. That's crazy, crazy good. Crazy, crazy good. You know, and that's not denying on what else you could do as your secondary skill. You don't have to use... I was using the Artificer Hive to buff the Seekers a little bit more, because certainly with that little of downtime, you could just, you know, use the capacitor, because that's strong right now anyway. And yeah, use the Seekers as well. So I'll go over the build. This is very much an explosive based build. You could probably build it you know, very, very differently if you didn't want to build for explosive damage, if you were building for different skills. But this is a little bit hard to build because the group O, you need the 2-piece bonus, and obviously you need skill haste and skill damage in the attributes. And then we're going to be skill haste absolutely everywhere else for, you know, for obvious reasons for what we are doing. Then we've got the group O gloves, which is the second piece, skill haste and skill damage again. Then in the China Light slot, we get 15% explosive damage here for skill haste and skill damage again. Then we've got some Hana Yu here as well, just for skill haste right off the rip. You could run a second piece of Hana Yu if you don't want to run the waveform here, and that will give you 10% skill damage also. So skill haste, skill damage and skill haste in the mod slot. And then we're going to run tag team. The last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to that enemy consumes the mark and reduces the active cooldowns by 6 seconds. And that only has a 4-second cooldown. So that's, again, really short and really, really nice to do. Then we're going to look at the waveform. It comes with skill tier, skill haste and skill damage. Kind of perfect for this build. And it just basically alternates damage between each of your skills. Now, this is a little bit of a lost cause, to be honest, because I'm running the Hive here. So I'm very, very likely going to switch this out for, like I said, for a second piece of Hana Yu and take the skill damage. Usually my backpack was Hana Yu, and that's why this kind of worked. But yeah, I'm going to be switching that out to a second piece of Hana Yu. And then the backpack, which you can craft at the moment, and like I said, you can craft it for cheap. It's available at CP4s right now. It was this season's blueprint that dropped on CP4s. It didn't seem to drop at CP3, so take that into account. And if you go to the crafting bench, we'll just check. Yep, look, there's no ceramics or electronics required. And when you do deconstruct it, you do get ceramics and stuff and things like that as well. And backpack weaves, it's a little bit weird. But yeah, you can craft it for fairly cheap right now. So get yourself one of them while you can, or at least multiple of them while you can. One thing to note really, really quickly, I'm just going to interrupt the video, is obviously I'm running 6 yellows here. You can feel free to switch one out really, really easily. This one's probably the Hermano, is probably the easiest one to switch out because it comes with a blue core attribute. You could just keep it blue or maybe go red, obviously, because we know how good the capacitor is at damage, and keep the launcher specialization in. You've got a whole bunch of options there to think about as well. That's going to be it for the video and the build. It's an absolute banger. I'll just check. Let's have a quick check here. I haven't got one on this character, and I would much rather leave you be. I know people will probably gone there anyway because I've kind of finished it, but I would much rather leave you with the perfect build showing on the screen. green, so we're going to go with the Hannah U here. It's going to be skill tier already. Ah, right, okay, we need skill haste. We need skill haste. So, or, you know, damage. Whoa, what's with the rainbow? Come on, man. When I want rainbows, I never get them. Skill damage, there we go. That's, in fact, this is kind of perfect. This is actually kind of perfect. Looks pretty cheap to optimize too. So we're going to switch this out here. We're going to bob that piece in. It's turned into a bit of a theory craft video. We're going to go into that skill damage and we're going to scroll down. We're going to get that straight back in that skill haste. So we're going to get that back up. And then we're going to go here. We'll quickly optimize. Hopefully I've got enough flags. Flags are definitely my end game grind, man. Yeah, we have. And then we'll very quickly hop back in to here. But this is going to be crazy. What I'd like to see what we can do with, you know, the other types of skills as well. This is just my go-to. I love an explosive build. I always have. And this has just give us so many more options now. Let's have a look at the damage. This is with no capacitor stacks. Can pop the tag team. And that's... Oh, hang on. Of course, we had, you know, instant skill haste. We don't want instant skill haste. That's cheating. Do a quick reset. Without any capacitor stacks again, we'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, 3.2, very similar. 3.2, 3.2, 2.6, 2.1, 3.4. And then we can pop the capacitor stacks and pretty much get everything back already. What I will do here is let's get the capacitor stacks up and just see how valuable that is. Should be pretty valuable. Doesn't take long to get that up, and obviously we'll put it a bit further back and we can still hit it from over here. Wow, there's 4.8, 4.4, 4.1, 4.3. Yeah, some huge numbers there, and we can pop tag team, and imagine we can throw it out again already. That is absolutely insane. Loving the explosive build, loving this patch. That is some absolute great builds right there. Well, anyway, I've whittled on for enough. This is way too long than I like to make. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, or maybe join if you like the channel. Thank you so much for all your support. Every single comment, like, sub, everything goes a long way to making the channel grow. So thank you very, very much. If you want a community Discord of people that love the Division, you'll find the link for that down below in the description. If you need any help and things like that, there's a lot of really friendly people there. And I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the explosions, agents. Goodbye.